Oh, hello everyone, and welcome back to the daily update on 1000 days challenge. This is day 743, so let's get things started. Alright, so today is actually going to be a weekly update itself. So if you look in terms of across the board for equity market itself, we do see bullish across the board for S&P 500, Nasdaq, and ASA sharp, except for say KREP, which is a little bit of an indecision wise, but still a green bullish candlestick. I mean, still a green candlestick, but otherwise it's indecision wise. Whereas for Bitcoin, it's yet to close, so let's see how things goes. But definitely on the weekly wise, we do look bullish right now. But let's see how things close along in another 1.5 day or to go. All right, so firstly, in terms of S&P 500, I'll definitely say that we're definitely bullish. If you look in terms of, say, on the weekly chart itself, we actually break above the previous week itself, the week before. And then we found support over here at the 20 exponential moving average. And then thereafter, right now, we're seeing a very strong bullish close above as well. So momentum is definitely picking up, but do bear in mind that we could see some resistance, especially at the 50 simple moving average on the weekly chart, along with the fact there's also 0.6 on it Fibonacci retracement level as well. So be very cautious itself. But otherwise, we seem to have been broken out of this downstroke trend line as well, along with this 20 exponential moving average, which is a very good sign. But in any case, if we do have a weak retracement and consolidation here itself, it's still definitely a good thing. So let's see how things goes. And then over in terms of a Nasdaq as well, similarly, we do see some similar price action itself, whereby we actually broke above, so retested this on the daily chart itself, and then right now we're pushing towards the upside. So similarly, we do have a resistance region at the 0.618 and the 50 simple moving average. So let's be very cautious over there. But otherwise, there's still some room to grow in that sense. But of course, there's midterm resistance over here at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. And over in terms of ASHR wise, I did mention that as long as we do find strong support at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and then we bounce strongly up above. So with these two things in play, I do think that the confirmation is there in the sense in terms of the price action wise alone. But bear in mind in terms of moving averages wise, we're still a little bit of half-hearted wise, simply because price is still below it. But nonetheless, it goes to show that it's a very good sign that this could be a long-term bottom itself, and then this could be another good opportunity to get in if you have not. But otherwise, I still do lean towards potential for the upside for ASHR in the coming months ahead. All right, and then in terms of KREP wise, the little bit still bearish still, as you can see that overall we are still hovering below the 20 exponential moving average on the weekly chart, and we are barely crossing above it, and we've been below it since the 10th of May itself. So it's been really a few months since we actually spent any time above it, except for these few weekly candlestick whereby we were barely above it as well. So definitely we do want to find some break strongly above it, find some strong support, and then bounce strongly and break above that. That will, in which case it will show a very strong shift in terms of momentum wise. And then finally, for Bitcoin itself, we definitely do see a potential support over here, like what I mentioned. Consolidation here is not necessarily a bad thing as long as you consolidate and it's able to break out of it. And more importantly, if we look in terms of the daily chart wise, I did mention that we need to strongly stay above the 20 exponential moving average, and consolidation here is not necessarily a bad thing because it gives it a much larger base, which makes it a much easier push towards the upside. So that's something to bear in mind. So overall, I do think that this is a very good sign, as long as we're consolidating over here, and if we have a very big can break over here in terms of the crypto market itself. But bear in mind that because it's a weekend itself, we could see extremely volatility in both directions itself. So I'm still a little bit cautious. I'm not adding additional position to what I'm in right now. So what I did mention over there is that I entered over in terms of say the long setup. So the long setup will be somewhere along here that I did mention, and stop loss will have been over here itself. So over here right now, I'm definitely not having a fixed risk to reward setup like over here, like 1:1.5, but rather to say I'll be actually thinking, be planning to actually only take profit when we are much over here near the 28K region at the very minimum. So it'll be 1:3 risk to reward setup over here. If you do hit over there, I will take at least half the profit, and then I'll have a trading stop loss using the 20 exponential moving average on the 4-hourly chart. So this is the current trade that I'm in right now for Bitcoin, and similarly, a similar setup has been placed for Ethereum as well. So let's see how things goes, but otherwise, no change in terms of any other setup. If you have any update, and if there's any update, I'll keep you guys updated. Otherwise, that's it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.